For the State of the Nation address, everybody dressing up, everybody getting ready to strut their stuff on the red carpet and come and listen to what the President has to tell us during, as you've heard on the show, his 8th State of the Nation address. So it's going to be a very interesting and exciting day. Basically what happens during a SONA is the President focuses on the current state of our country, and of course he looks forward to some of the things that affect you and me personally, how to better our lives, how to better the economy. And one thing I know that a lot of people are hoping that the President does touch on is the power crisis that's happening here in the country. I've seen so many people talking to me on Twitter saying we really hope we've actually got power tonight so that we can watch and listen to the State of the Nation address and see the issues that pertain to us for it. It's a momentous occasion. It's not in an isolated incident, but forms part of a continuous journey to address the country's problems. Well, let's now talk to a vital player in all of this. I'm joined now by Minister Jeff Radebe. He, of course, is the minister in the presidency, right alongside our President Jacob Zuma. So good to have you. Welcome to the program.
Good morning to you, Leanne, and all your viewers of Morning Live. I'm very happy to be here.
Certainly.
On this bright day in Cape Town.
It's beautiful. It really is. It's one of those, you couldn't have asked for better weather. You really couldn't have. Let's jump straight into the issues. And I think one of the issues is we were talking to a lot of business heads talking about the power crisis in South Africa and Eskom. The President, do you think he'll address this? Is this something that he will talk to the nation about?
Well, without speculating about what the President is going to be talking about, but most definitely the issue of power, the energy, is one of the critical programs that the government is embarking upon. So surely he will raise many issues around the energy issue, but more importantly, to give us a way forward of how we can be able to move out of this challenge of the energy in South Africa.
Yeah. I know that tops the agenda of one of government's top issues, but last week there was, of course, a cabinet lekgotla before SONA. Obviously, lots of issues discussed there that the President will include in his speech. What was on the top of the agenda there?
Well, this was the second lekgotla that we convened after the adoption of the medium-term strategic framework 2014 to 2019, which is a 5-year program in our quest to implement our Vision 2030, the National Development Plan. So I'm sure the President will be highlighting the progress that we are making in implementing this MTSF, but more particularly how we move forward in ensuring that the issues around the economy, we can be able to provide more jobs, growing the economy, and also face the challenges that we are facing today, including the issue that you raised earlier on, the issue of energy.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's something the President spoke about last year during his State of the Nation address. So no doubt it's become even more of a major issue. Unemployment. Those problems that are facing the youth in our townships and the rampant behavior that's been happening there. I imagine, again, job creation is something the President, I know he mentions it every year, but this year won't be an exception, I imagine.
Well, the issue of unemployment is at the heart of the President's agenda in order for us to find more employment. As you know, we are increasingly becoming a very youthful society with 60% of the South African population being young people. So programs of the youth are very critical in us moving forward. You will recall that early this year, the Deputy Minister in the Presidency, Buti Manamela, released a discussion document on the youth policy. All those initiatives are going to be rallying our people, especially our young people, in order to ensure that this triangle of unemployment, poverty and inequality that affects mostly young people can be effectively addressed.
Yeah. The mining in Durban is happening here currently. It's one of our major events that take place in the year. But we've seen falling commodity prices. We've also seen, of course, the IMF lowering South Africa's forecast to 2.1%, which is a problem. What are some of the ways that South Africa is going to get through these tough times?
Well, we are not an isolated country. The challenges that we face in South Africa are global challenges. In Davos, as the President has been highlighting recently, one of the major challenges the world is facing is this widening gap between the rich and the poor, with about 1% of the world's population being wealthy people controlling large amounts of wealth in our country. So this issue has to be addressed effectively. South Africa being a mining center of the world, we need to do more in order to ensure that our people can effectively be able to benefit out of the minerals that are being extracted. But as I've said, we're not an isolated country, so we depend on the global economy. But I'm sure you heard even from the World Bank that it is time for companies to think about development, because the resources that they extract must also benefit our people.
Thank you for talking to us, Minister. Good luck for today. I hope it goes smoothly and that all goes well. And we look forward to seeing what happens at 7 o'clock this evening.
Indeed. We're looking forward to the State of the Nation address. You will not be disappointed about the program of action and the way forward that the President will be highlighting to the nation of this beautiful land.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. That, of course, the Minister in the Presidency, Jeff Radebe, talking to us here on Morning Live. Again, the State of the Nation address, 7 o'clock this evening. Please stay tuned to all of our radio stations, television stations, whether it be SABC 2 or this channel that you're watching now, channel 404 SABC News, will be covering absolutely everything live.